Well, boys and girls, it is the end of the season. It is season review time. And boy, this is going to be enjoyable. Hello everybody and welcome back to Bolton. It is the season review. And wow, we've done it. We have gotten ourselves into the Premiership. We have got the second automatic promotion spot. We still finished behind Fulham 6 points, but with a loss against Brentford in the last game of the season, we couldn't really narrow that gap. Who knows, if we were winning 4-0, maybe Fulham might have lost. But there would have had to have been a 20-odd goal swing, in which case we could never win the title. However, Middlesbrough finally go down after many years, especially with ourselves, 3 seasons in this division, and Middlesbrough finally go down along with Ipswich and QPR. Hull only just manage it, Birmingham escape it, but into the playoffs go Swansea, who finished 10 points ahead of the nearest rivals Bristol City, with Cardiff and then West Brom scraping there as well. Brentford just missing out, despite beating us 4-0, 3 or 4-0 I think it was, I can't remember. It doesn't really matter at this stage, does it? Awards and what have you. Players inducted into the Bolton's best 11. We've got Pietro, we've got Herford, Lockett, Robertson and Fryn. Bidstrup and Shenton are still in there. Laird, a player I would like to have. I'm just interested. 7 million, 23 grand a week. It's a possibility we could... we'll scout him anyway. He's at Huddersfield, so he may want to come with us, maybe. Vandenberg, he was absolutely brilliant actually. What's at 8.5 million? He is with Leeds. Again, another player I would like to have. We'll scout him as well. Ogbetter, we've still got Ben Williams as well. He's played really well. And Boss in the Box, he is in our under 23s. Possibly another player which we will probably let go. Right, fans player of the season, it goes to Pietro, 38%, just ahead of Fryn and Robertson, the top 3 players in our team. Conor Morley gets goal of the season. Let's have a quick look at that then. It comes against Middlesbrough, and I'm not sure what the score was against Middlesbrough, but let's have it. Hopefully it's not in 3D. It isn't in 3D. It's probably the first goal as well. McKenniff pulls out and Morley's going to strike it from here. And you know what? Nice, calm, collective. I'll say it's a 3-0 victory for Bolton as well, I think, in that game. 3-2 actually. I think I remember that. We were 3-0 up and they came back. But yeah, not too bad at all. Drummer is signing of the season. £4 million from Fulham. Quite excessive. And then Pietro at our forward as well, so he gets 2 of the awards. The season review then, what we lost to Wolves in the 4th round. We did pretty well in the FA Cup, beating Premiership opposition to get there. 4th round in the Carabao Cup as well, so we did quite well. Again, losing to Premiership outfit Arsenal. We only lost to 1 goal though, so it wasn't too bad at all. Match of the season was a 3-2 win over Stoke, and then losing 3-0 against Swansea, which is a game again we could have really messed things up. 35 players used, highest in the Championship, but overall attendance 87% full. 25,000 attendance. That's great as well. Club visions, and let's see what we've got here. The board would like to discuss the club long-term vision. Right, okay. Do not sign players over the age of 30. That's okay. I don't really want to do that myself. Play entertaining football. Okay, we're all right with that. Work within the budget. Minimum 2-year contracts for first teamers, and fight bravely against relegation in the Premiership. Who would have thought that? Premier Division. Fight bravely against relegation. Premier Division. We've finally made it, boys and girls. We finally made it. They just want us to continue remaining in the division, so we're going to accept that current vision because I don't see any other reason not to. Squad dynamics, very, very good indeed. Morley and McCormick are our team leaders. There are very few higher influential players, namely Robertson and Pietro. End of season team meeting. Let's discuss the plans for next season. Right, looking ahead to next season, I'm optimistic that we can avoid a fight against relegation and stay up comfortably. That's going to be difficult because the formation may have to change. We shall see. I'm absolutely delighted with promotion this season. You've all earned the right to test yourself at the next level. I have faith in that we'll be able to avoid getting involved in the battle. What do I tell them? It's been a great season and you've all done brilliantly to get promoted. I'm going to give you all a chance to keep us up next year, and I know you won't let me down. We're good enough not to be relegated. That will be our likely target. I really don't know what to put. We're good enough to not be relegated next season, and that will be our likely target. Okay, let's have a look, see if they like that. Oh dear, I think we have no chance of beating the drop. That's not what I was expected. I disagree, and I still disagree. Oh dear. They expect to relegate us straight away, so we're going to have to look at that, I think. But these guys, if you think we're not going to stay up, then there's no position in our club for that then. Okay, right, end of season break. They've all gone there. They're going to return at the end of June. Appearance wise, we've got Fryn, Robertson, Harder, Ribeiro, Luke, Pietro not getting many games in because he was injured for a while, but we have got Fryn top of the bill. Very well placed. Same with Robertson, virtually ever present. We did span the games around quite a bit. We've got Alexander, son of Graham, Zamora. So all these youngsters coming in there with the game as well. Dembele getting 4 games with 11 off the bench. A couple of loanees. If whether or not we hang on to these guys is another matter. Esbrand would probably like to hang on to. I'm contemplating putting in an offer for him, possibly. Goals then, where did all the goals come from? Fryn finishes our top goal scorer alongside Pietro. Pietro just 1 goal behind him, and he did play 12 games less. Imagine what we could have done if Pietro didn't get injured. At 24 years old, he did relatively well, and his shot percentage is 61%. I mean, that is absolutely fantastic. And a penalty ratio as well, 100% between the pair of them, Fryn and Pietro. Well done to you guys. Ennis getting on there as well with 8 goals, and Dembele. Our 4 strikers. Dembele came in very, very late on January, but he still managed to shed in 4 goals as well. And it's 8 and 8 as well. I mean, that is phenomenal stuff as well. Some of them were off the bench, but I like to hang on to these guys. But it's a possibility that we, well, if they don't improve much, we'll see what they look like when we get into the Premiership, shall we? See how all this thing changes. Plenty of goals all the way down to Luke McCormick down here, but there's a lot of players that didn't score, like Kearney, not really much game time. And we'll have a look at the assists. Who got the most assists? Have been few and far between. Connor Nicholas and Alex Robertson, 8 each, with then Luca and McKenniff. Then we've got Dremer. Dremer, our wing back as well. Did we get another wing back on there? I'm sure we did. Levitt is in there. McCormick, Colwell, Reece Colwell getting 3 assists. Mistakes leading to a goal then. Leo, we had a goalkeeper, Ricardo. He messed one up. So we had quite a few mistakes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mistakes. It's not that bad, is it, really? Virtually our first team all hit 7s. McCormick didn't, just missing out. Same with Colville and Levitt. Nicholas missing out as well. Very disappointing there, it has to be said. Who actually is our most valued player at the moment? It is Pietro at 10, nearly 11 million. Then we've got Fryn. Yeah, we've got a couple of players in the millions. Not very many, though. Right, some financial news. We have been hit with a tax bill of around £2 million for over the financial year, because based on financial records, the estimated is based on the club's taxable profits over the past year being approximately £9 million. Wow, are we not allowed to have any sort of profit? Commercial summary, some of the tops that have been selling, so let's have a look. The total merchandise for the season are 1 million, with non-domestic sales amounting to 104,000. The club sold a total of 11,000 shirts, particularly with Fryn, number 1, Pietro, number 2, Luca, number 3, Levitt and Ennis. Ennis getting in on there, well done, son. And Levitt still having his shirt being sold. We received 2 new deals at £675,000 a year. The main kit sponsor deal now is over 2 years, 1.1 million. It's gone up considerably from 425, which is fantastic. Sponsorship has gone up. It was 1.3, now it's 1.7. Broadcast revenues have gone down only by about 300,000, but you know what, it is what it is. I expect us to be on the telly a little bit more than what we were. Corporate hospitality has gone up by 300,000. Competition prize money, we win some, hurrah! And matchday commercial retail has gone up by 0.1, but 101,000, 11,000, 110,000 maybe, something like that. So there's that. The new scouting budget has been revealed. We have got nearly £500,000. Wow. Wow. That is let's select this then. We could have the top package though across the world though. 20 grand a month. Yeah, we'll have that. Thank you. Across the world, we can sign anybody. Wonderful. So that does leave us with 276. It's going to be UK and Ireland once again, I think. Right, just before we sign off, we'll just have a quick look at the tables then. See who and where and what is happening around all the leagues. We were to finish 11th. That's where we were predicted to finish. Swansea were predicted to finish top. Fulham were predicted to finish second. And West Brom was supposed to go back up as well. So they were the positions. I'd probably expect the teams to go back up. But as only Fulham, as we know, have gone up. And QPR to finish behind Shrewsbury and Barnsley. Shrewsbury, as you know, battered us in one game, so 4-2. Right, Division 1 then. Fulham finished top with 90 goals, 33 against, 57 goal difference. That's 102 points. We finished second, which is nice. 76 goals we scored, 46 conceded. 46 and 46 isn't too bad at all. 30 goal difference, so I'm quite chuffed with that, really. Swansea do go up as well. They beat Bristol City in the final. I think it was after extra time or penalties. But yeah, they go up as well. So the top two predicted to go up. Fulham and Swansea do so. West Brom, I reckon they're going to go up next season. Middlesbrough, Ipswich and QPR go down. Premiership then has been won by Chelsea. 6 points ahead of Manchester United. So same predicament like what we were behind Fulham. But a lot of goals have been scored and they don't concede many goals either. United just came short in the last 6 games. Chelsea must have had a surge to go on winning. So 3 draws have cost United there. Man City finished 3rd. Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Wolves are in the European Championship, Euro Cup 2, whatever that is. Forest, Norwich and Derby go back down. Wow, it's a topsy-turvy time for these teams, isn't it? But next season we will get to play West Ham. We will get to play Watford. Villa are still there. Maybe a chance of winning games here. Newcastle, Brighton, Southampton, Burnley, Everton, Leeds, Bournemouth. And obviously the top 7 we just spoke about. League Division 1 then. Rotherham. We did have one of our wingers helping them get to that. They finished top. 1 point ahead of Luton. And then Millwall obviously go through the playoffs as well. So again, the top 3 going through, which is probably fair. Gillingham, Scunthorpe, Morecambe and Salford all go down. I've just noticed here, Notts County, who are, like you know, are in the National Conference. They were 8th in the in Division 1, Sky Bet 1. Lost 18 games though. However, 66 points. I think, were they in the playoffs? I think they were just shy of the playoffs, 6 points shy. So maybe they might get there next season. League Division 2 then. Grimsby go up as champions, 5 points ahead of Mansfield, who get promoted together with Walsall. Cheltenham go through the playoffs there by looks of things. Yeovil and Bradford lose their status. So if we head over to our division and have a look who finished top goal scorer. So top goal, Frin and Pietro, they finished 5th and 6th respectively. 21 and 20. Frin did really well, joint 2nd in there alongside Coco. So if he played, he might have got them extra goals. I wasn't aware we were chasing top spot. My mistake, and both of them could have been in on there. And I think they played very, very well indeed. 24 goals wins it. Average ratings was a McGinn, Grimes and Miller. Who got? Did we get anywhere? Pietro getting 7.23, so not far off either. What about assists? We must be in. We haven't got anybody in assists wise. There's Ola McKenniff and Charlie Nicholas, 7 each. It's not an awful lot, is it? At all. Yellow cards. McCormick gets 15 yellow cards. I wasn't aware of that. We did win something. Hurrah! But clean sheets were nowhere near that. I thought we had quite a lot of clean sheets. Ribeiro got 15 clean sheets, would you believe? Right, this is where we're going to end it. Premiership, here we come. We've got a lot of business to do. We've got the summer coming very, very shortly. And there's going to be quite a few changes in the side. We are going to have to let go of a few of the lesser players because they just won't cut it, as we saw in the final game of the season. Right, if you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see how we get on in the Premiership, please subscribe. Click that notification button as well so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, when we sit nicely in the Premiership awaiting our first game, thanks very much for watching. Thank you.